everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout, and today I am going to be using my Simple Stories Crafty Girl collection to do a layout about a crafty class I took. So I did grab that yellow dotted paper to mount my photo on there just to give it a little bit more emphasis, and that is actually from Chamel Little by Little, and it's the bite-sized fun paper. It's one of the few things in here that is not from Crafty Girl. So I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with this layout. I want to do some kind of little cluster here, and I was thinking about what kind of paper I wanted, and at first I was thinking about that large floral, but then when I saw this navy floral, I really liked it. I think because the repeat on the pattern was a little bit smaller. So I'm going to kind of mount everything on that doily. I'm cutting off a little bit of edge of the doily there because it was sticking out just a little bit. That doily is from the Sunny Side Up Bakery, and it's an 8-inch doily, and that's Hobby Lobby's line. I am kind of playing here thinking about maybe I go with the plaid paper there, and I really liked that, but as I'm seeing this now, as I'm narrating this, I'm really glad that I didn't. I think the darker paper here just does a whole lot better job of grounding this layout. So the button paper, which is the background paper here, is the Crafty Girl 4x4 Elements paper, and then the 4x4 cut apart up there at the top with the pin in it, that square, is also from the 4x4 Elements paper. And then that navy floral paper there is from Craft Night. That's that paper from this line. So now I'm doing something. I had a hard time using these girls so far in the when I've used this line, but I decided it was me and a friend, and my hair is a little bit longer than chin length, and her hair is up in a bun. She doesn't wear glasses, but I do. So these two girls sort of represent us. So the first one on the right is from the chipboard stickers from Crafty Girl, and then the one I'm working with right now is a sticker from the cardstock combo stickers. So all of these elements kind of have little representations of things that mean something to me. Now, I like the white doily, but I decided I wanted a little more color backing both of those girls, both the sticker and the chipboard element. So I grabbed these aqua colored doilies from Doodlebug. They're the paper doilies in the swimming pool color. So again, not from Crafty Girl. And right now there I have a chipboard floral, and I'm thinking about doing a cluster on the bottom there, but I'm not loving the floral there. So now I'm also thinking about that perhaps scissors. I'm thinking about putting that chipboard flower underneath the chipboard girl. Didn't love, and I'm thinking about that floral die cut cluster there underneath on that side, but I didn't really love it. I do have that dark heart from the die cuts from Crafty Girl. They're called Bits and Pieces, so the Crafty Girl Bits and Pieces. So I am liking how that floral works with the scissors, but I'm not loving it there. It feels too close to the other one, so then I bring it up to the top there, and I really like it. So now all of the elements, main elements, the two photos, and the journaling will be surrounded by embellishment clusters, so they keep your eye focused on the main elements. I did find that chipboard camera from the chipboard sticker, so I'm going to add that in just because we were taking photos, and when we're together we end up taking lots of photos together, so that made sense. And you know, it's in this particular case it was a card making class run by Queen and Company at Scrapbook Expo, and then I ended up going to the Queen for a Day event in Schaumburg, Illinois. A couple months later, ended up retaking this card class. It was the only one I ended up retaking, but that was fine. I really enjoyed it. All right, so I did put a floral cluster on the right side, but that's from the Bits and Pieces pack. So now I'm just getting a few things down there. I did glue the scissors down, and now I'm going to take the dimensional, so the chipboard die cut there, and glue it down. So I loved the glue gun and really wanted to get it on this layout, but it just didn't work anywhere. And I'm just trying different elements from the Bits and Pieces pack, trying to figure out if I like that. I liked the glue there, or liked the glue, but it covered up the word glue. Now, I did find these buttons, and they're significant. That's one of the reasons I used the button paper in the background, is because one of the cards was made up of all buttons. You can see it in the top left photo there. So that was, it's important to this story. So adding buttons into each of the clusters is kind of cool. Plus, I think it really kind of rounds out the clusters a little bit better. Right now, they were all pretty big elements. The couple of buttons that I put 2 in each cluster, really made a nice, kind of like a nice little addition, I guess, to the clusters. And again, they're important to the story. Now, nobody else is going to know that except for me, but I like adding little elements that remind me of the story that are significant. Even if nobody else understands them, I'm okay with that. So I'm just playing around a little bit here with how those elements are going to go. And I found another little button, and I did add some square buttons in there as well too. Decided I could have put that kind of turquoisey button there, but decided to take it off there and put it on off the bottom left, and I put it in the one on the right side there. I think I used all the buttons, if I remember. That's why I put 2 of them in, because, you know, what the heck, why not just add more stuff in, because I have it, right? Otherwise it's just gonna sit. So I am looking to see if there's anything else I want to put on the layout, like more dimension, but I really like the way those clusters look, so I'm going to leave it. I am planning on journaling on that journaling card, the 4x4 card, but I need a title, or I want a title. I guess you don't need to have a title unless you want to do that. So I think I want to do it in hot pink, so I'm kind of looking at my letters here. I really love this Old Amy Tangerine pack, but it didn't have the right letters, and it didn't have letters that I could easily MacGyver to make it happen. So I'm just going to call this Expo, I think, at this point, because Scrapbook Expo is so darn long, and I could put the word scrapbook on top of Expo, but I decided I really like the idea of tucking Expo in here on the bottom. But I'm playing around with it because I think there's a little bit too much space here. I want it to kind of span the whole width of that open space down, well, sort of open space down there. So I grab an ampersand, and that is from an old Heidi Swap alphabet that I bought at Michael's. I don't think they sell them anymore, if I remember correctly. So now that it says at Expo, I really love how that turned out. I'm thinking about also, I want to balance that title a little bit. So I use the numbers, the 2018 numbers, because why not if I can. I always have numbers left in alphabet sets, so that's a perfect use for them for me. So now it's 2018 at Expo, or in my case, Scrapbook Expo. And there is no, I could put Scrapbook below the Expo, but I'm okay with it not being on there. So guys, here's a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.